Hi everybody, my name's Marcia and we're going to take a small adventure today. So come on along with us. You ready? Emmy, are you ready for your breakfast? You are? Okay. I'll get it for you right now, okay? So, this is going to be breakfast for the kiddos. They each get a beef neck bone and a little bit of ground beef. And I'm going to put some homemade turkey broth on for them, just like this. They love that. I make them broth all the time. They're having a light breakfast this morning because we are going on an adventure. Yeah. Are you ready for your adventure, Miss Emmy? Yeah? She says, yeah, Mom, just feed me, please. Someone's excited. Okay, well, we are getting ready to set off today. We are going on a little adventure. It's not going to be anything spectacular, but no gig work today. Not in this video anyway. I might do something later on after we get back home. But they are so excited. They hang on, let me show you there. They come here, Andy. Come here. Come here, buddy. They are all so excited, and I put all the seats down, so of course Indy's going to be missing his back seat. But this way they can look out all the windows while we're going for our little ride. It's not very far. It's only about a 45-minute drive. And we're going to go look at something and let them come along for the ride. So, and if I can find a suitable place to let them out to potty while we're gone, I will, but we're not going to be gone for more than probably 3 hours, and they all just went potty here at home, so they should be okay even if Mom can't find a good place. So let's get about going on our adventure. Psst. What are you doing? They are so happy. They got so excited. You saw a part of the excitement. I was trying to videotape them how they get so excited. They was all standing there talking to me and jumping up and down, but I couldn't video much of that because of the barking. That would drive you crazy, but they are very excited, and we are on our way now, so they're happy little puppies. I hope you all had a good week this week. My week went fairly well, and even though I was a little bit tired from doing all those deliveries all week, but it's okay. We had a good week. The kiddos are always happy when I get home, you know, and you know how that goes. These dogs are something else. I don't know what I'd do without them. I would be so lonely. They are so cute. Let's see, I got some cold air coming in here somewhere. Oh, I guess I better put my window up. Hunter said, not yet, Mom, I want to look out, but I don't leave it down like that when we're driving on the highway. And besides that, it's a little too chilly to leave the windows down today. It's not really cold. It's 41 degrees, but that can get chilly when you're driving and with the windows open. So that's a no-go today, kiddos. Yeah. And Indy, he's sitting over here by his window on the passenger side, and he wants so bad to look out, but he's just gonna have to wait. He said, I'll go back and look out the back window with my brother Hunter. I wanted to thank everybody that came along on my live ride along yesterday. That was so much fun. I really enjoyed that. It was so nice. I really thought about making this video a live instead of a video. However, where I'm going, I'm not sure about the phone signal there. I'm not certain about that. So I thought I better just make the video, because I would hate to lose the feed, you know, right in the middle of everything. So that's why I didn't make this one a live. It's gonna be long. I think it's not gonna be long until we're getting some snow around here. We've had a pretty nice summer, albeit very dry, but other than, you know, not so much rain that we normally get, it was nice. You know, it wasn't too awfully hot, but we really need some moisture. We have been getting some rain the last few days, which is sorely needed. Oh my, but now it's mud season, and the kiddos, oh, you should see my yard. The dogs, they just tear up the grass so bad. You wouldn't think that they would destroy it like that. But with 3 of them in and out, all over it all the time, and even at our last place that we lived at, where it was an acre, the fenced-in part was probably 1/4 of an acre. And even with that large size, it got down to the bare mud. And I'm like, oh my. I'm seriously thinking about maybe getting some artificial turf put in. You know, it looks like grass, but it isn't. Because, especially my sweet Indy. You know, some dogs, when they go potty, afterwards you'll see them scraping their feet on the ground, you know, like sort of, what they're doing is they're marking that, because their feet have scent glands on the bottom, and they're marking their spot to let other animals know. Well, Indy has done that since he was a puppy. At first I couldn't figure out what I was doing, and then I learned what it was. And boy, oh boy, you just see the pieces of grass chunks coming up out of the ground, you know. And then Emmy and Hunter, they don't do that. But what they do, they play with such intensity. And that when they run and they get the ball, sometimes they just go sliding. And when they go sliding, up comes the grass, and all you see is 2 little mud tracks where their feet were. I know it seems cute and funny, but it really tore up my grass bad. So I guess I'm gonna have to buy a bag of grass seed, and I'll put it down just before the snows start. And then in the spring, I'm gonna try to keep track of it better, but I might have to put some artificial turf, at least right in the front off of the patio area, you know, so that when they come in from playing, you know, they can, like, it'll rub their feet off the mud and everything before they come in the house. Because my poor floor in the kitchen and just inside the doggy door, boy, oh boy, that's a mess again. I just scrubbed and mopped it yesterday. And this morning, you can't even tell. I'm like, holy moly. Anyway, I'm sure you wanted to hear about my cleaning escapades, right? But they have such fun. They just love going out to play. And, you know, I've been closing the doggy door in the evenings. When it gets dark, is when I close the doggy door, and then I leave it closed until about 9 p.m., 8 or 9, right before I'm ready to go to bed. I'll take them outside and let them play a few minutes and go potty. And then we come in and go to bed with the doggy door closed. And the reason for that is because we have feral cats and we have skunks and stuff running around. In fact, last night there was one very close, a skunk. Asked me how I could smell. Anyway, so I keep that closed. they will usually, if they have to go potty in the middle of the night, which isn't every night, but sometimes they do, because occasionally one or two of them won't do their business, you know, before we go to bed for whatever reason. And so I'll have to get up and let them out. And when I do that, if it's like 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, I just open the doggy door. Because at that point, everything's calmed down. Most of the animals are bedded down and sleeping for the night, and there's no people to make them bark. But I don't always let them out, let them stay out. Sometimes I just let them out to go, and then we go back to bed with a closed doggy door. It just depends on what has been going on, you know, the day before around there. So, oh, sweet Indy, he's sitting here looking. Look, there he is, sitting there looking out the window. He's like, yeah, Mom, I like going for rides. They're really good in the car. I mean, initially, they get really excited, you know, and they want to be up here hugging on my arm and all that stuff. But as you can see, they really do calm down after we get going. You know, they're good kiddos. So, all right, we'll be back with you in a little bit when we get closer to our destination, and we'll tell you what we're doing. Okay. Okay. We have a little, about 15 minutes left to go before we get there. I thought I'd just take you along and let you see some of the scenery as we go along. We're going to a little town called Martinsburg, Pennsylvania. And it's over here just southeast of Altoona, just a little ways. And there is a place over here. It's a big trailer and auto sales place. They sell a lot of cargo trailers and clothes trailers, utility trailers, things like that. And so we're going to go over there, and I'm going to look at the cargo trailers and ask them a few questions about things that, you know, I couldn't get answered just by looking at their website. And just look around and see what I think, you know, because I think I know what I want. But I may change my mind after looking. And
in half a mile, use the middle lane to take the I-99 South, US 220 South exit toward Bedford.
Okay, thank you. After looking and getting my questions answered, I may change my idea of what I actually want. So we'll see. But right now, my thoughts are...
use the middle lane to take the I-99 South exit.
Sometimes this GPS is annoying, but right now I'm thinking I want a 7-foot wide by 12-foot long single axle trailer with barn doors instead of the ramp, because of the layout.
In half a mile, use the right lane to take the I-99 South, US 220 South ramp to Bedford.
Because of the layout that I have planned is why I want the barn doors for now. I would like a larger trailer with a ramp door we could use as a deck. However,
use the right lane to take the I-99 South ramp.
However, this is going to be my first trailer conversion, you know, to a camper. And besides that, my minivan can only pull a certain size trailer. So I thought I'll start with this, and then maybe in the future I can upgrade if I can get, you know, a pickup truck later on, or a full-size van or whatever, you know, and maybe then upgrade to a larger trailer. Or you never know, maybe we'll upgrade to an RV one day. But this is just my initial thoughts. And I'm going to have brakes put on the trailer because most of them do not come with brakes on the smaller single axles. But I want brakes put on it. So those are some of the questions I need to ask, and I also want them to, I want to see how much they would charge for factory installed air conditioning. Because, I mean, no, I can put a window unit in there. A lot of people, you know, they'll cut a hole in part of the trailer and install a window unit, or they'll install a mini split, which the mini splits are nice. But for my first go around with this, I think if it's not too outrageously expensive, or I don't think it will be, I mean, you know, if it's reasonable to me, I would just as soon have it installed for me. As I get older, my want to fix it and do it all myself days are coming to an end, you know. But that's why I want to go look around, and why I said I could possibly change my mind. Now, I do have a cousin, and her and her husband do HVAC in Texas, and I don't know, maybe if I was really, really nice to him,
There's a lane closure ahead.
I might be able to talk him into installing a mini split for me, but we'll see. You never know what can happen, you know, in the future. So we will be back with you in just a few minutes when I get off of this highway. All right, we're not too far away from it now. We'll be there soon.
Turn left onto Pennsylvania 164 East, Cove Mountain Road.
Some of you might ask why I want a 7x12 versus a 6x12. Well, it's mainly...
Continue on Pennsylvania 164 East for 3 miles.
For the crate placement for the dogs. And I want to put that under my bed across the back of the camper. And with the dimensions I need for the crates, 3 of them won't fit side by side in a 6-foot wide trailer. So I can make them fit in a 7-foot wide trailer. And so that's why I want the 7-foot wide trailer. And also then I wouldn't have to cut my bed down to make it fit side to side. So those are the reasons for the thinking on that. Of course, you know, everything is subject to change once I look around and things like that. So I've been wanting to come over here and do this for quite some time now, but I wanted to get a few bills paid and just get my everything figured out, you know, and have a few extra bucks for gas. And so today is the day. Look how beautiful this is. I just love this area. This is so pretty over here. And it's going to be a beautiful day outside too. Now, I'm not going to buy anything today. I'm not prepared to do that. I'm just basically window shopping today. But this will really help answer some of my questions, so then I really know what I can plan for and get ready for in a few months. But it is kind of exciting just getting to come and look at them and check them out. And I know someone's going to say, well, why don't you just get a small camper? Well, because a small camper that I could pull with this minivan, they are so small that a cargo trailer is going to be just as big or bigger and lighter and way less expensive. Way less expensive. And I don't need a whole lot of fancy stuff in this trailer, you know. I have solar, I have a solar power pack, you know, 1,000 watt, it's like a Blue Eddy. I have one of those, and I have water dispensers, so it's not going to have, you know, like a bathroom in it. I will have a porta potty if need be. I'll take showers at gyms and campgrounds, And so it's going to be just basic. So although, you know, the little RVs they're beautiful, but in my opinion, they are highly overpriced. And the cargo trailers are made better. So that's the answer to that, before anybody even asks. Because I know someone's going to ask. So I think we're not too far away from it now. The kiddos are all excited. They keep getting up every time I come to a red light.
In a quarter mile, your destination will be on the right.
Okay, 1 mile on the right. The kiddos keep getting up, you know, thinking that it's their turn to get out. They're going to get real excited when we stop up here. But unfortunately, today they cannot. And there's our place on the right. They cannot get out and come out, you know, and look at the trailers with me. So they're going to have to wait in the car.
Your destination is on the right.
It's okay, they will be fine. So I'm going to pull in here. And I'm going to go inside and I'm going to ask some questions first, and then I'm going to look at the trailers afterwards. Yeah, there's lots of trailers here. Lots and lots and lots of trailers. So I think I'll just pull up right here. It doesn't say no parking. I don't know where to go. Okay, I'll be back with you shortly. But yeah, that's nice. I like these LED lights on here.
They're nice.
These are really nice. And this
They
is
even
what
have backup
size here?
lights in them. If we get this brand,
Uh-huh.
an aluminum brand, if we get brakes, it'll be wired to have backup lights.
Yeah, that'd
And
be
you
nice.
could,
I
and
like
you could have
the.
your vehicle wired that way also, since you have to have a brake controller put in it, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll have to have that. Now, I do have the hitch that I'm going to install. I already bought it. But I'll need the electrical plug put on and the brake controller.
We don't do that part here.
Right. I'll get that done, but this is nice. What size is this one? A 7?
Also 612.
Oh, this is a 6.
This is a 610.
A 6
It's only
by
6
10.
wide and it's only 10
Okay.
foot long.
Yeah. Do we have any 7 by 12s?
Well,
That
the
we
one I
could-
opened down there.
Oh, that was it? Okay.
That was a 7.
So we'd have to order one, wouldn't we?
Correct.
This is nice. I love these. This is fun.
Good.
Okay, so that was fun. They only had one 7 by 12 trailer here. It was a double axle. I don't want the double axle, but it's okay because for what I want, they'll order one anyway. He's going to get me a price on both a regular trailer and an aluminum trailer, because the aluminum trailers are lighter. So I'm going to get a price on both of them and see which one that I'll be able to do. Even though their aluminum is lighter, they are more expensive. So it will depend on the price, and he'll call me in a few days. He said maybe Tuesday, and you know, with some prices. All I'm getting, I told him I want a 7 by 12 single axle with brakes added, an extended tongue, and a 110 electrical 30 amp package with a built-in air conditioner. So I'm gonna get a price on that and see what happens, because anything else that needs done in the trailer I can do myself, but I just wanted to get that basic stuff ordered. So we'll see what happens. I'm kind of excited. It was fun. He was a very nice fella, and I guess once I get a price and get ready to order something, then I can decide on the color. I really like the light silver. They call it a silver frost. I like that color because that will go with anything, just like white will, but I like the silver a little bit better than white. But that's also up for discussion later too. So we're just gonna go back home now. The kids had fun. They had their heads up there against the window and wagging their tails at everybody that walked by while we were there. And we're going to take a different route going home. We're going to go up through the boonies and over the mountains. So that's that. Yeah, I didn't have a lot of questions, but the ones I did have had to be asked there in person, so that was good. Very good. He did tell me that the price on the aluminum trailers has come down since COVID. But he said they're still more than they were before that, but they're not as high as they were in 21 and 22. So, we'll see, because I did price an aluminum trailer like 2 years ago, I believe it was. And it was just way out of what I even considered to be my budget. So we'll see. He said the price on those came down. I don't know. I have a feeling I'm probably going to go for just the regular cargo, steel frame cargo trailer. But I won't know until, for sure, until next week. A few days goes by. I need to pay attention to how fast I'm going here. What are you all doing this weekend? Anything fun? They do have a dog park over here, but it's, I guess the public can go, but you have to have a membership, and that takes time to get approval, so the kiddos are not going to get to go to the dog park over here. Well, that's okay. We'll just ride through the country and go home, and they have their own little backyard they can play in.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Pennsylvania 164 West, Pennsylvania 36 North.
All right, I'll be back with you in a few minutes once we get going up into the, over the mountain. Okay, we're up on our, scenic ride.
Take the second right to stay on Freedom Street.
Getting ready to go up through the mountains. The kids are all excited.
Continue for 10 miles.
Yeah, for 10 miles, kids. We're going up over the mountains. Yeah, so all this gig work I've been doing and trying to build up my channel and, you know, get that monetized is for this very reason, so that we can get our cargo trailer and take off on the road and have, you know, adventures everywhere across the country. And that is why I'm doing all of this. And so I'm really excited. I think it's going to be lots of fun. And I was really hoping I could have been on the road right now, you know, for this winter. But sometimes things just don't quite work out the way we plan them. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. I forgot. This road is a nice scenic road. It's very pretty, especially in the fall, you know, when all the leaves are turning colors. And but I don't come through this way in the wintertime because it gets quite hairy. But there sure is some nice scenic views up through here. Okay, so we're about to go up over that mountain you see in front of us. Indy, he's like, this is cool, Mom. I want to look out the window. Hold on, buddy. You wait. When we get up here in the slower speed zone, I'll let you look. Okay. I know you are a good boy. Yeah, he loves looking out. Okay, guys, no, I mean, you can't get on me while I'm driving. No. Indy doesn't try to bother me much when I'm driving, but little Emmy, she wants to rest her head on my arm and shoulder all the time, and I've been really trying to work with her to get her to stop doing that. And of course, you know, when we go on our road trips, I can put them in a crate, although I have to get some more crates because the ones I had, 2 of them were too small and 1 of them was too big, and so I need to get some travel crates in the size that I need, and I haven't done that yet, but that will be my next priority. And because they like to just they were really good. If you go back and watch our Florida road trip videos from last year, in fact, I will, at the end of this video, I'll put the Florida road trip playlist up for you to click on, and you can watch that. But they were extremely good, and I didn't have the crates set up inside the van because of our my cot and the bed, our beds and stuff in here. But they were really, really good. I'm not so much worried about their behavior, but I want them to be safe, you know, on the road. Because if we were to get in an accident and they're not in a crate, you know, that might not come out so good. And I mean, you know, coulda, woulda, shoulda, you know, everybody says, but, and I'm a careful driver. I mean, I do make mistakes sometimes, you know, like not seeing a stop sign, but that could be catastrophic, you know. So I want to get them some new crates, and I have some in mind, but they're very expensive. But I'm hoping that I can get those before we take off on our next long road trip adventure. They're called Impact, and they're expensive, but they're very, very, very safe. So we'll see. If I can't afford those, I'll get what I can afford for them, you know. But that's what I'm working on. Isn't this pretty up through here? I mean, we are steadily climbing. And if you could see off to the right side and down over, we are up, and you can see a valley going for just miles and miles out that way. And this is just beautiful. And that house right there on the right, their back porch sits out over a huge canyon-like landscape. Just really pretty. I wish I had a side camera mounted as well. And maybe in the future I'll do that, because I'm going to add a few more little cameras. Mainly because, you know, I have that GoPro, and it takes nice footage. It's nice and clear, good, crisp footage. But the battery life on it, I mean, really stinks. So I'm gonna try something else and see how that goes. I'd like to have one that I could mount so you could see out the side like that when we're on these scenic drives like this one. All right, I'll be back with you in a few. Up here, I think if we turn left up here, it would take us to Blue Knob State Park. Yep, this little road here off to the left takes you over to the state park at Blue Knob. And made a video from over in that area last fall, or late summer or fall, where me and the doggies went over there for the day. It was nice. Oh, you're gonna get to see something nice again here too. Well, with the exception of those windmills, I think those things are just ugly, and they ugly up the landscape. Of course, that's my opinion. Some people like them, but I think more people don't. Well, I don't know. Maybe they do. I wish I could have found a place for the kiddos to get out and play a little bit over here. But I have to be careful, you know, where I let them out unless they're on a leash. And I don't want to just stop on, you know, in an open field, because that's, you know, private property. I don't want to go on somebody else's property, let my dogs run around, you know. So we will just have to wait until we get home. But they're happy. These kids are happy no matter where we are. As long as they're with their mom, they're happy little campers. So, okay, back in a minute. So here's another good view coming down off the mountain over in closer to home now. There they got chickens in their front yard over there. I just love chickens. I miss my chickens. Indy wants to look out the window, don't you, buddy? He's such a good boy. So
In a quarter mile, continue on to Fieldstone Avenue.
The kiddos are having fun looking out the window because we just went by a few cattle farms, and they love looking out the window at the cows and the thing. They just think that's the coolest thing ever, you know, and I guess I can't blame them because I like looking at that stuff too. So we're getting back close to my home area now, and I wanted to thank you guys for coming along on our little adventure today. And I'll be sure to update you. You know, once the guy from the trailer sales place calls me back, I'll let you know what kind of quote I got for what I want, and I'll go from there, because I don't know whether I'll buy it from there or maybe somewhere else. It's going to depend on, you know, where I can get the best price and service and things like that. So I think that they want to get home. They're kind of laying down back there, just waiting for me to stop somewhere so they can get up and look out the window. But next week, I'm probably going to do a live tomorrow at 6 p.m. on Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern from home. And we'll talk about whatever you all want to talk about. You join in and join the conversation tomorrow at 6 p.m. But thanks for coming along on our little adventure today. Next week, I'm going to talk about, on one of the days while I'm out doing my working and deliveries, I'm going to talk about my faith and how I came to know and understand that there truly is a God. And it's an interesting story. So tune in next week for that. I'm not sure what day I'll talk about that. I don't know. You know, whatever pops up in my mind, but I'm going to talk about it very soon. So thank you for coming along, guys, and we'll see you later. Right, kiddos? Right. Have a happy Saturday.